One Friday after school, I swapped our family cat for a scotch egg and a smurf. When my mum found out on Monday morning, she made me swap them back.
Right. Well, when was this, first of all? How old were you?
13.
But more important than how old was he or anything to do with him, the cat. What? I mean, seriously, we're very concerned about the cat. I am.
I'm a bit more concerned about the smurf, if I'm going to be honest.
I'm most concerned, the scotch egg, what was your logic? Would you hide it under your bed for a whole weekend?
Why don't you two have a little chat, and when you worked out collectively what you're most concerned about, come back to me.
Can I start?
Please do.
Okay.
Please do.
What was the cat called? What kind of cat? What colour, please?
The cat was called Snowdrop, and as the name implies, it was tortoiseshell.
Who did you swap with?
Should I name him?
I don't know, unless he's in prison at the moment and he's...
I don't know, I haven't seen him for a long time. It was a kid who lived on an estate nearby.
Just give us his first name.
Lee.
Oh.
Just with the scotch egg, you wanted the scotch egg. You wanted the scotch egg so badly that you traded a living mammal for it, and then you just put it under your bed for 48 hours?
To be fair, trading a scotch egg for a living mammal is exactly what's necessary in the manufacture process of a scotch egg. You start off... People have decided they have live pigs, but they don't like the live pigs enough. What they want is no pigs, but scotch eggs.
Right. Why did you want the scotch egg? I presume for the obvious that you like them and you wanted to eat it.
Yes.
Why didn't you just eat it there and then?
Why didn't I just eat...
You said you swapped them back again on the Monday.
So why
that suggests you still had the scotch
Well, hang
egg
on. I mean,
the
was
Monday.
it the same one, or had you consumed it and then you just had to give a scotch egg back?
That's right, Rob.
It's like the bloody Welsh Mafia, this. You can't help him out.
Could I get back to the cat? Cats obviously are very territorial, so would the cat not try and come home? Because they normally do if they've gone out away.
He didn't. Not that weekend.
Talk us through the actual exchange process.
I tell you what, Rob, you stand up. We'll go through it. Come on,
I am standing up.
I'll role play it with you. Right. OK, so imagine I've got my family cat in my hand.
All right.
And you in with this hand, you have a scotch egg.
Where are we now, Rod? Where are we? We're in Wales. Are we in Wales?
We're in Wales.
Oh.
We're in Wales.
Isn't that nice? Let's just take a minute. Let's just take a minute. It's lovely. Go on.
Right. So we are in Wales.
Yeah.
I've got a cat in my hand.
All right.
Right. You've got in this hand a smurf and a scotch egg.
Yes.
Right, now we swap them over.
All right, here we go.
Right,
this is how it happens.
It's going to be difficult.
And that, my lord, is the mechanics of the exchange.
Wow. You can put the cat down now.
Gently, Rob, gently, yes.
What do you think, Lee? Does this sound truthful to you?
I don't think he's shown any affection for Snowdrop, and on that basis alone, I think it can't be true.
Well, weirdly, the exact same reason, I think it is true, because I know him to be heartless.
I can show you some affection. What do you want to know about Snowdrop? I can show affection with Snowdrop.
All right, how would you stroke him?
Her.
Nah, got ya. That, you have changed the sex of that cat at least 3 times.
I promise you, even
You have!
I don't think vets should agree to do that.
It's always been a female cat, Snowdrop.
What are you thinking, Rob? Are you thinking it's the truth?
It's really starting to crumble at the end here, so I'm smelling a lie.
Both saying a lie. My team say lie. We will go with lie.
OK, you're saying lie. Rod, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
I also went to the same resort and skinned a cheetah. I am wearing it tonight.
At the end of my first driving lesson, my instructor told me I'd done pretty well, but that I didn't need to make the noises of the car engine as I drove along.
Please, team.
OK, so what kind of noises would you make?
I find it very sort of reassuring to make noises in the car, because I find it quite stressful driving. So on the first lesson, this is when it started, and I'd just go...
So you could replicate... If you change gear, you'd do what you just did then?
What's the reversing around a corner backwards noise?
I need to just get into the character, into the position. I go,
And would you
What's weird about that?
Would you make all the noises? Would you do indicators, for example?
No, let's not be silly.
Just to get to the nitty-gritty.
Yes.
Name of driving instructor, because I remember mine, Norman, and we ate Percy pigs.
I don't actually... Do you know what? I don't... Because I had two, because the first one was a friend of my dad's, and he kept shouting, "Don't panic."
It wasn't Clive Dunn, was it?
I don't know the reference.
Who's Clive Dunn? Clive Dunn played...
Holy...
Clive Dunn played
You've
Corporal
just fallen
Jones in
into the
Dad's
generation
Army.
gap.
This audience actually oohed the fact that Joe didn't know who got... They were like, oh, you piece
Well,
of
you said it
work.
oohed. Perhaps they were accelerating.
So what do you think, then, Lee? What is your team thinking about this?
Nicky, what do we think, then?
I reckon it might be the truth.
You think it's the
Yeah,
truth?
I'd say that. Do you, Miles?
I think just Joe is inherently believable, very trustworthy.
OK, well, we'll say it's the truth.
You're saying it's true. Joe, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Bill. Henning, what is Bill to you?
This is Bill. I once bought an Irish accent mouth spray from him because I genuinely believed it would give me an Irish accent.
Clara, how do you know Bill?
So this is Bill, and when my chair broke, he let me sit on his back so I could interview Nicki Minaj.
All right. Finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Bill?
This is Bill. I had to leave my life drawing class when he walked in, disrobed, and I realised he was the man that sold me my sausages.
There we have it. Is Bill Clara's spare chair, Henning's spray cellar, or Lee's model mate? David's team, where would you like to begin?
Henning.
Henning Wehn.
So explain the thing about this spray.
Bill has actually got a shop. And I walked past his shop and I saw Irish accent spray. And I hadn't written a decent joke in a long time. I thought, well, let's get that spray.
So when you say you saw Irish accent spray, what do you mean?
Like well, it's like a helium balloon.
It's a balloon.
No, it's a spray, but it changes your accent.
Instead of making your voice more high-pitched, it makes it more Irish
Irish.
accented.
Yeah.
Although, mixed with the accent you've already got, God knows what that could do.
And what shop sells this? What shop?
Like one of them that you have got around Camden.
Bill's got a shop in Camden.
Yeah.
And his best product is a spray that makes you sound Irish.
Well, I didn't buy all his products, so I can't rank them.
But let's get the genre of shop clear. It's a sort of joke shop, is it?
Well, you call it as derogatively as you want.
By joke shop, I don't mean a risible shop. I mean a shop that sells joke items like whoopee cushions and...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fake blood.
Yeah.
That
Sounds
sort of
right.
shop. And when did this happen?
The best part of 10 years ago, say.
Was there a reason you needed to sound Irish?
No, it was just I thought that's another string to my bow.
Did you... So what... How did you imagine it being used in your stand-up?
Maybe if I tell a joke where Irishmen go to the pub.
Do you know a joke where Irishmen go to the pub that you could tell in your current accent, but you could mime the point at which you would have sprayed your...
It would like go... There is an English fella going into the pub and says, "Oh, jolly good morning, my good fellow." Wow.
Right.
And then...
Wow, and he didn't even have any spray for that.
Jolly good morning.
So you don't need to spray.
And then
you can
not
do
for
it.
English, not for... And then... Irishman goes in the pub and then I spray.
Yeah, OK.
And then I go, "Top of the morning."
Who would you like to ask next?
Clara? Who's Nicki Minaj?
So, Nicki Minaj is a rapper.
There she is. My God, that's Sue Pollard.
Oh,
Nicki Minaj is a singer, basically.
Nicki Minaj is a singer, a rapper, one of those modern types.
In what context were you interviewing her?
I was interviewing her at a big festival.
So like at
in the
Glastonbury
summer.
or something?
No, it was at Radio 1, actually. Big weekend, yeah.
And was it just on radio, the interview? Or
It was a red button situation as well.
So there were cameras as well?
Yeah. All eyes were on us. Obviously, she's like, you know, the main attraction, the big star, so they gave her, I guess, the better chair. I suspect people knew my chair was a little bit dodgy, but thought it would, you know, survive the interview. It got a bit creaky, and then one of the legs snapped off, and lovely Bill here was doing the sound, and then we only had about 5 seconds to go before we were going to go live. And then, yeah, Bill came in.
One thing you could have done is conduct the interview standing up.
Yeah, but, you know, you go with what the artist wants, and if she wants to sit down, I'm going to sit down.
How long was the interview going to be?
About, I think it ended up being about 6 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes.
It's a long time to stand, actually.
I mean, I'm guessing Bill's
Bill definitely looks like he fixes things, or leads, or wires, cameras.
He's sturdy.
It's a long time to be on all fours with someone sitting on you.
I reckon I could take you for a minute.
Yeah, try that out. Tom, sit on David.
I am not going to embarrass you. I'm going to put Tom on all fours and put you on his back. Let's give it a go.
We can all sit on it. It'd be like a sofa.
Be gentle, David.
Clara, talk us through the...
Do I have to come down lower?
That position?
Yeah, a little bit lower. Yeah, there you go.
This is a lot harder now. I'm in a crouch.
No, that's what Bill did.
You want to do some more yoga, mate?
Yeah. Exactly. There you go.
So where should I sit?
Yeah, right in the middle there,
Right there?
facing me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Facing
about
me,
this.
yeah.
That's all right, David.
I'm going to
Facing
lower
me.
myself quite gently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask Sean to be a footstool?
Very gentle, very gentle.
I'm basically keeping most of the weight on my own knees.
No.
Oh, my God, my knees!
Sit back a bit.
What are you doing?
No, see, Bill didn't do that. And I definitely didn't sit anymore.
David Mitchell, Tom Davis.
So as you can see, that's easy to do.
That is not easy to do. David, well, you know...
Clara is not as heavy as David. She's not let herself go like that. I mean...
I will say one thing.
Yeah.
That on a grassy terrain...
Yes.
It'll be a lot easier.
It would.
I'm slipping all over the place. I'm sorry I let you down, David. Let me come to your house at Christmas if you're looking for another chair and I'll do a better job, as long as you've got carpet.
David, would you like to move on to Lee?
Yeah.
Lee.
Yes, David.
So why were you going to a life drawing class?
Because I just decided that I wanted to learn something new, because I've not been big-headed, I've cracked everything else.
Yeah.
Why nudes, though? What was the attraction of the nude human form? You could have focused on fruit.
I do a little bit of fruit as it goes, but I wanted to expand. So
that's why...
I just found naked men do that for me. I wanted to expand my repertoire. I'd cracked the fruit. I felt that when I kept showing my wife, and my wife would say, "No idea." And then one day she went, "Is it an orange?" I went, "Yeah." She went, "It's time to move on."
And so you left your wife.
So I left my wife.
How many of these still life classes had you done before Bill popped in?
I'd probably done about 7 or 8.
How's Bill looking under there, body-wise? Bill, has he got a nice body, or...?
Has he got a nice body, naked?
Yeah.
I'd say he's firm, yeah.
Sturdy.
Sturdy. I said to him, how come you're so firm? And he says, well, you try being in a chair every 3 weeks.
And you knew it was Nude Man Week?
Oh, yes, they told us. They said next week we're doing Nude Man.
Then you found out that your butcher was a nude model.
Not straight away, no. Right. He comes in, he teases you a little bit.
Right, yeah.
He comes in with a robe, he takes his belt off slowly, hangs it up like that. Then he turns the other way and he might do a little bit of a stretch. Then he drops it so you see his, may I say, pert cheeks. And at this point, I'm thinking, right, I should be able to do this. Got my pencils out ready. And then he turns slowly. And that's when I saw it. The face of Bill, the man who sells me sausages.
Right. So did he recognise you? Was it mutual?
Well, he just had his eyes fixed forward like he is tonight. But as I passed, he had a look on his face like he was going to say, I'm doing discounts on burgers on Saturday. He didn't do it. He's professional. He stopped himself like that. And it was awkward. So I simply got dressed and went home. This was Did I not mention that bit? I say life drawing, it was a car park and he was in a Ford Fiesta.
We need an answer. So, David's team. Is Bill Clara's spare chair, Henning's spray cellar, or Lee's model mate?
I think we need to ask, are you absolutely sure that one of them is true?
Yes. Yes.
I think in the radio situation, I think they probably could find a chair or standing up. There's a better solution than for 6 minutes sitting on a human being.
What about Lee?
Well, it's just that's not true.
I've got to say that he's literally not moved. He's not shown any emotion. Now, if I'm going to draw a man naked, I'm going to draw Bill.
What do you think, Sean?
I've just got to go for Bill being sat on...
You think Clara?
No, I'm changing my mind now because he's German, so he could possibly believe about a spray wound.
Right.
Have you just noticed now that Henning is German?
Just this second, yeah.
So you think Henning now?
No, I'll stick with Clara.
Stick with Clara, and you're sticking with Lee.
Yeah.
You see, I think it's Henning.
You think it's Henning?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We're going to go Henning. Yeah.
OK, Bill, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Bill, and Henning bought an Irish breast spray.
That's what you bought, Henning, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And you genuinely thought it would have an effect on your accent?
Of some description.
Lee, let me give it to you. It didn't work on Henning, but might work on you.
I don't think you gave me the right one.
Thank you very much, Bill. Thank you.
Jeremy Paxman didn't talk to me for a week after he caught me drinking from his Snoopy mug.
Lee.
I'm sorry, I'm very ignorant. What's a Snoopy cat?
Snoopy, you know who Snoopy is? Snoopy's a rapper and... he's a cartoon character, a comic strip.
Snoopy the dog?
Snoopy the dog.
Snoopy the
Charlie
dog.
Brown.
Charlie Brown. Jeremy Paxman has a Snoopy...
Cup.
Mug.
Mug.
Yeah.
Cup mug thing.
Mug.
And how did he come about finding out you'd had... Was there lipstick on the coffee cup?
No, he caught me.
He actually caught you? You were lips on cup?
Yeah.
What did he say? Well, so picture the scene, right? I'm Jeremy Paxman. No, because you have to play him, otherwise I wouldn't be able to say it because I wasn't there. I'll be you, right? News. That's you rehearsing. News. Oh, I need a little break.
News. I need to go and see...
News. Paxman! Paxman's in.
Isle of Mull, Highland Cow.
Hang on, you're both doing you now.
No. Don't do you.
He's doing you.
I'm you and you.
Right.
He's doing you.
I'm doing you.
Are you?
No. Let's be very clear.
I'm at my desk.
Lee is doing you.
I'm you.
You are doing Jeremy Paxman.
You're at the desk.
I'm rehearsing, so I'm saying news. I want to go independent, but I'm not allowed to say it publicly. I get my lips on the cup, or I might not want to go independent. It could go either way. I'm not going to say it. I get my cup.
Stop.
I get my cup.
I'm left-handed.
I get... So there you are. You're doing the drinky thing, and it's got to your lips. The lip. Paxman. What does Paxman say?
Kirsty, you're not drinking out my Snoopy mug.
So he said you're not drinking out my Snoopy mug.
What's he doing this for?
What's it? What?
He said you're not drinking out of my Snoopy mug, are you?
And you're me.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You're me anyway. And I got my left hand.
Are you doing Paxman now?
No.
Well, why is he talking like that? I don't
because the
understand
microphone's
why he does
broke. He's like, he's a long way away. It's a big room.
He's a long way away.
Are you drinking out of my cup?
It's a small room.
So you've got the cup, and Paxman walks in, and then you say, I can't do you because I wasn't there. You have to now be you. So you said, I'm now Paxman. Or, Kirsty, are you drinking from my Snoop whatever? And you said...
It's only a mug. What does it matter?
And he said...
It's my mug.
And you said...
OK, have your mug.
And he said...
Wash it first.
Oh. I've been through that conversation with a woman before. OK.
But then he didn't talk to you for a week.
A week's a long time. What is it about Paxman? He wouldn't talk to you for a week because of that.
Who said that?
That was in your...
You did when you read it.
You said that at the beginning.
I think we made the number.
I think it's a fly.
Who said that? Oh, no, who was it that said that? Was it you? Somebody said it.
I suspect you're edging towards her telling a lie.
I think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie. And do you know what? I believed her until the week mistake.
Until the unravelling.
So you say it's a lie. Kirsty, was it truth or was it a lie?
Try.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. And it's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Carlos. David Hay, what is Carlos to you?
This is Carlos, and I accidentally knocked him down in a boxing demonstration.
Ramesh, how do you know Carlos?
This is Carlos. I once broke my strict vegan diet because I didn't want to offend him.
Finally, David Mitchell, your relationship with Carlos.
This is Carlos. He came to my house to deliver a pizza, but we ended up building a bed together.
So there we have it. Is Carlos David Hay's boxing buddy, Ramesh's diet destroyer, or David Mitchell's DIY delivery guy? Lee, where do you want to start?
David Hay, the haymaker. Where was this demonstration?
It was at my gym.
Is it your gym?
At my gym.
And you were demonstrating as...
I was demonstrating. He works in a school that I used to go to when I was a kid, and the kids came to the gym to do a boxing demonstration.
Oh, I see.
And he got in the ring, and I do this thing where I let people punch me and I don't punch them back, and they get points if they can hit me in the face because I'm really quick.
OK.
And as I was doing that, I kind of put my arm out, and I don't normally hit people, I'm quite controlled, but this time it just sort of hit him, and he wasn't knocked out like asleep, but he was knocked on the floor.
And what did the kids do?
He was laughing their head. I thought it was the funniest thing.
Really? So basically, you have said to this poor man, come in the ring, hit me in the face, and you've gone, honestly, I
promised him I would hit you back.
And you hit him back.
Yeah, I've done it hundreds of times and never hurt anybody.
For those who... I mean, I'm a bit of an authority, but for those who don't know much about boxing, could you show us? Could you just demonstrate what sparring is?
Imagine you're you and say Rob is Carlos.
Well, no, I can't.
You can do it. You can do it.
I can't. Come on, I can't do it. You are tall. I'm 6'1". You must be what? Okay, nothing sudden.
OK, what we were doing, we had the gloves on, he was punching me, and I'm sort of blocking, so he's trying to hit me.
So shall I try and hit you?
Yeah, he's trying to hit me.
I can try and hit you. What are you going to do back to me? That's what I Oh! I had you then, didn't I? Watch that one. Ooh. Oh, he's getting ready to hit me, I can feel it. Can I give you one in the stomach?
Yeah, got him.
Ready?
Oh.
Ready? Here we go, ready?
Oh!
You're getting in the gentle one back. No, I don't want a gentle one back. No, I get... No. It's very nice, thank you very much.
As I said, I get back what I give again.
That was hard. All right, who do you want to ask next?
OK, so, Ramesh, you broke your vegan diet to be polite.
Exactly. Yes.
OK, so where were you?
I was in a restaurant.
And who is this gentleman to you?
He worked at the restaurant.
Okay. What was it called, do you remember?
Yes, it was called Benito's Hat.
And what did you order, Ramesh?
I went for a burrito, a vegetable burrito.
So it's Mexican food?
It is Mexican, yes, Martin. I didn't know you were a connoisseur.
Well, what was it he made you eat?
Well, I was sitting eating my burrito on my own. It was quite a dark scene. And then he came over and he said, you're the comedian, aren't you? We said, you're a comedian. I said, yes, I am. And he said, we've got this for you.
What was it?
It was like this sort of... I don't know what it's called. It was like a dessert, but it looked like it had more dairy in it than I'd ever seen in my life before.
And dairy is not good for a vegan. They don't like dairy.
It invalidates... You lose the badge.
Are there any vegans on the panel? I'm not a vegan.
I'm not a vegan.
Not a vegan. So
Yeah.
you're a vegan. David Hay is a vegan.
I eat a plant-based diet.
A plant-based diet? I picture you like a brontosaurus pulling trees up by their roots, just grabbing at the tall leaves.
Brontosauruses are vegans.
I know, that's why I said it.
Yeah, they don't.
Shall we change your blanket?
So it's a free dish because he likes your comedy. And
Yeah, so he says, oh, I've got this for you.
Yeah.
And I just sort of felt under pressure, you know. He was like, he'd done a really nice thing. They'd cut the slice out of somewhere and they decorated it and they'd done a little thing with it. And I just thought, I don't want to go, you've offended my sensibility.
So how did it taste? I mean...
Incredible.
It was good.
It was one of the best things I've eaten in a long time.
I was vegetarian for about 10 years, and I always said, nope, I'm not going to eat that. I'm a vegetarian.
Yes, ordinarily, if you were at a party or
Had you
something,
been
somebody
drinking?
says, "Do you want this?" No, I'd not been drinking. No, but
You could use that as an excuse.
Is that the type of vegan you are? 3 o'clock in the morning eating a kebab? Just, I'm drunk, mate.
What about...
called David.
Little David.
Oh, the bed story.
Right, so
he called for pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Carlos
came
round delivering the pizza and they ended up building a bed together.
Right. Well, what...
Was the bed a flat
Come
pack then? Is that
It
how
was a
came?
flat pack, yeah.
Was it for yourself?
No.
Who was it for?
It was for my parents.
Had they not visited before?
Well, they had visited before, but not... They
would sleep standing up.
They'd not stayed the night before in that house.
We wanted to keep things on a formal standing.
Do you think David orders pizzas? Can't imagine ordering
It's amazing the things that people won't believe of me.
I can't imagine him ordering
Orders pizzas?
Yes.
Well, what else?
Does?
Well, what else would he do in a situation where he needs food quickly?
I think he'd order some sort of Roman feast or a Tudor meal.
I agree, but those sort of shops have been closing down at quite a speed recently.
I can't imagine him just ordering...
Tudor meal? I could just speed dial Tudor meal. I'll just have the Tudor meal number 4. With extra wrens.
So he knocks on the door. When he knocks on the door, did you have a plan that when the pizza man comes round, you're going to ask him, or was it a spur of the moment thought?
Well, the body of the last pizza man was beginning to smell.
You murder one pizza man, then you have to murder another pizza man. That's the domino effect.
The bed was...
And you've been trying to make this bed on your own.
I had.
Which bit had you got to?
Well, broadly, I'd managed to get the sort of side bits in the bed head bit.
Right.
And some of the kind of slats were more or less in
Let's
place.
be honest, you've almost finished then.
You put the slats on already, but you still haven't done the bottom.
Yeah, I couldn't...
You didn't do the slats at the end.
Put the slats on before
Exactly.
you attached the 2 side bits to
What
the
else had you done? Had you also made the bed and plumped the pillows? I mean, you've gone in the wrong order of all this.
So the doorbell goes, here's your pizza. Oh, it's you. Hello, mate. Here it is, extra pepperami. There's the money. You give him the tip.
I haven't given him the tip yet. The tip happens later. I give him a much...
Oh, my God, I want you to come to my bedroom and then... there may be a tip in it for you.
No, I come to the door quite hassled. I think possibly holding 2 or 3 random pieces of wood.
Yes?
And I say, I'm terribly sorry, but could you just help me with something? For a minute. I'm just trying to assemble a piece of furniture.
Right.
And I just need someone to hold the other end while I shove something in. I can't vouch that those were my exact words.
All right, well, we need an answer.
Yeah.
Well, we need to rule one out. That would help.
You could just rule one in, and then that's quicker.
I would rule little David out.
Definitely.
Rule little David out.
Yeah.
Well, then we're left with the haymaker, let's say brutalising the teachers in a one-sided fight, or Romesh. I mean this in the nicest possible way, Romesh, but your face doesn't scream accommodating.
So what's it going to be, Lee? Time to make a choice.
We want to go with David.
The haymaker.
Haymaker.
We'll go with the haymaker.
You're going with the haymaker. Big David Hay, you're saying it's a teacher. You accidentally knocked him down on the floor. OK.
Yeah.
Carlos, would you please reveal your true identity?
Hello, my name is Carlos, and I made Romesh break his vegan diet.
Yes, Carlos is Romesh's diet destroyer. Thank you very much, Carlos.
At school, I was given the nickname The Charmer because I was the only one who could console the school snake whenever it got agitated.
David and T.
So, what type of snake was the school snake?
It was... do you know what? I genuinely can't remember what type of snake it was. It was... I could describe it.
Go on.
Go on.
Legless. It was... yes, it was about so big.
What was it called?
It was called... I think it was called Sammy.
You remember its name but not its species?
Well, I'm like that with women. Grass snake rings a bell, I think.
Why did your school go for a snake as opposed to, like, a mouse or some such?
Oh, it had a mouse as well, but it was in there with the snake.
What was in the tank other than the snake?
It was... Well, it was open plan. There was an area in the corner where he used to sleep. We used to call it the bedding area.
What was there?
What was there?
What was there? Never mind what he used to do.
It's like an ordinary bed, but it's just a lot longer.
Was there?
A lot longer and a lot thinner. very long and thin. Extremely hard to tuck in at night. They're all there. By the time you'd done one side and gone round the other side, this side had come up again. You'd be there forever. It was
very long, thin.
Very long, thin
mattress.
bed. Very long, thin mattress.
This wasn't one of those snakes that likes to sleep curled up.
No.
It likes to stretch out.
Right out like that.
Why did a snake need charming? Was it a particularly aggressive snake, or...?
It used to do this little thing where it used to raise its head up and sort of shake its head like that, left to right. Like that.
Yeah.
And I said to the teacher, what's that? What's he doing that for?
Oh, so you were taught in the same room as the snake?
Well, no, we went to different lessons, but...
This was during snake studies.
Well, that's what the PE teacher called it. So I said, as well as the other kids, we were saying, what does he do that for? And the teacher said, that is a sign that the snake is getting agitated. And I said, I bet I can stop that. And I lifted off the thing, and I just went like that, and I stroked the back of its head as a joke, and it stopped.
So you can't demonstrate it on a snake?
No, I can't.
But Matt is there. I mean, what if Matt... what if Matt were to be a little agitated? I wonder if employing the same methods you could calm Matt?
Well,
Matt, could you be a little agitated?
If you could be a snake, now, if you could sort of put your head down here... Yeah, put your head further down. Put your head here, because the head starts off down, right? Now, get into character.
At a certain angle, this looks really dodgy.
Looks like I'm just about to go bowling. So you're looking down, right, and you're the snake. Now, suddenly, you're a snake, you're agitated. Oh, my God! That's an agitated snake. Yeah. You're all worried, aren't you? Don't worry, I'll sort this out. Now, I'm going to use my hand, because in proportion to the head, that's a finger. Yeah? Then I stroke the back of the head like this. And watch him. Watch the snake calm.
Oh, nice.
Go down.
So what do you think, then, David?
Lee claims that his teacher called him the Charmer.
Yeah.
And that's a nickname that stayed with him. I'd have got murdered at my school if my teacher would have said, you're the Charmer. That's it.
There's so much of that I've got a problem with. That thing,
I think
there was a grass snake.
Time for a decision right now.
I think we think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
Lie.
Lee, the snake charmer, were you telling the truth or
Mel's
were
not
you
sure
telling
now.
a lie?
Well, actually, it was a lie.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Charlotte. So, Joe, what is Charlotte to you?
This is Charlotte. In the evenings, I like to relax by watching videos of her wrapping gifts on YouTube.
Right. Moira, how do you know Charlotte?
This is Charlotte. She does such a good impression of me that I once let her pretend to be me on Radio 2 and no one noticed.
And Lee, what is your relationship with Charlotte?
This is Charlotte, and she's my judo instructor. And she told me off recently when she caught me having a pint in my judo kit just before a tournament.
Before a tournament? Well, that's the very worst time to be drinking, isn't it?
David, where do you want to start?
Well, Joe, that sounds like one of the creepiest things I've ever heard. You watch her on YouTube wrapping presents.
Yes.
Why?
Because she's very good at it.
That is not an explanation. That's why you might ask her to wrap presents for you, not observe her doing it.
Well, no, what she does it... she takes great care over the way she's doing it. And it...
So she's slow?
She's slow.
So not very good at it. So...
Joe, how long does it take Charlotte to wrap a present, would you say?
In the videos, I think it's about half an hour.
Half an hour per present? What are these presents?
Is she wrapping a tank? I mean...
Why did you initially think, what I need to relax is to watch someone wrapping presents on my computer?
Well, since I've been a child, I've had this weird sensation when I watch people with bits of paper, particularly, where I get this lovely, tingling in the back of my head. And I remember it when my grandmother was doing some paperwork and she licked her finger and turned a page and it made me feel really, really lovely.
The saddest thing is the idea that when you used to go around to your grandparents' house as a child, she used to do her paperwork while you were there. Mine used to take me out, they'd maybe cook lunch. Yeah. Joe's coming round, brilliant. I've got some receipts I need to go through, so...
But do you think then what you're saying, John, is that because of the years of neglect that Joe suffered as a child, he's come to substitute paperwork for love?
It's a relaxing thing. It's like having a massage rather than a sexual thing. It's not a...
Opening, I understand. I understand a video of someone getting a present and watching the joy. Watching someone wrap a present, do you get to see who opens it? Or it just gets wrapped and that's the end?
I suppose you could play it backwards, couldn't you?
All right, David, who else would you like to question?
Moira, she's the best... She does the best impression of you ever.
Absolutely.
And how did you find this out?
I walked in on the production team on the floor, 2 floors down from my studio, and she happened to be in mid-rap.
She was rapping then?
Oh, she was rapping.
Can I just remind you of who's saying what?
She was in mid-imitation.
Right, OK.
So she works at the Beeb?
Yes, she's a researcher.
Right, OK.
So she was mimicking you...
Yes.
...behind your back?
So really, taking a libby, really, in a way.
Having a giggle.
And you rewarded her by whacking her... Not whacking, sorry. You rewarded her by putting her on your show. That was
not my show. It was the Chris Evans.
Chris Evans' show.
Yeah.
So she actually read a bit of your bulletin.
Yes.
On his show.
His idea.
Oh, it was his idea. Yep. He's a little imp, isn't he? So what would the introduction be? I mean, I'm trying to think now, and I listen to you every day. Of course I do.
The introduction is: this is BBC News on the date. I'm Moira Stewart. Good morning.
I'm genuinely having a panic attack that my kids are late for school.
And that's the bit that Charlotte did.
Yes.
It's possible. I think Moira's voice would be difficult to impersonate.
Don't encourage Rob.
No, on this occasion, have a go.
All right, I'll give it a try.
But if it doesn't work, you may never do Ronnie Corbett again.
No. That's too great a risk.
So,
right. What about Lee?
Lee, yes, tell us about how you got into judo in the first place.
Well, how does anyone get into judo? I was watching Kung Fu Panda.
And ruled out Kung Fu.
My kids loved it, and so they decided to take up martial arts, and they decided to take up judo. So I took my children to the judo, and it was a bonding thing. I said, all right. They said, come on, Daddy, you do it. So I joined the adult class whilst they did the kids' class.
How many weeks have you been going to judo?
I'd say I've been through about 30 lessons.
So it's like a weekly class for judo, but how does the tournament work?
Well, after
is that on the same day as the class, or...?
Yeah, so we do it every week. We have a class, and then he said to all the men and the women in the class, he said...
Who's he?
Charlotte.
No, I haven't got to Charlotte yet. I haven't got to Charlotte.
Well, I thought she was your judo instructor.
She is.
She is?
She is, yes.
But he said...
Let me finish. I said tournament. Tournament? I've only done I said, I'll do a tournament when you have a sex change, mate. So she said, next week we're going to have a little bit of a tournament between you lot. So I thought it was just all a bit of fun, so I turned up the following week, ready for my tournament, and I got there a bit early, dropped the kids off, but the adult class starts a bit later, and I saw the pub, went over, and I was chatting with the other bloke, who's one of the dads.
All right, so you're both in your judo gear?
Yes.
What's the name for that?
I call it the white dressing gown.
And she's come bowling in.
So she's come bowling in, I said, bowling's next door. And,
why is she in the pub?
Because she's looking for us, and we've gone on a bit late.
Oh, you've got...
Yeah,
right.
well, actually, what actually happened was we were a bit late.
Yeah, what did actually happen?
She's walking past the pub. We were actually at the bar, sort of looking out the window, having a pint and a chat, and we literally saw someone just sort of walk past and go... and then come in the pub and tell us off.
Because used to being the star pupils, obviously, you was going to...
That's not how it works in martial arts, Danny. Not just the star pupils get respect.
Ah.
Everyone is equal.
And what's your favourite move in judo? Because judo is full of a wide variety of stances, and what's the one that really gets Lee thinking, this is
You
for
had to
me?
narrow it down to your favourite 6 or 7.
I think it's probably teppanyaki.
Sorry? That's a starter dish, isn't it?
Well, that's the funny thing. All judo moves are named after dishes. I did the sushi, the teriyaki, and the weird one you're not going to believe, the pot noodle.
If you wanted to demonstrate any moves, the floor is yours.
Oh,
if you feel that would help prove your point.
So, what you do is, what would you like to see?
Well, first of all, your opening stance.
OK. Well, don't do it back. Well, an example of a move. Rob, come out here, I'll show you.
Not in a million years.
Yeah, get involved.
You started this, Rob. Do you remember a minute ago when you said, get out there? You're regretting that, aren't you, Rob? Right, stand
How
there.
well have you taught him?
Stand there. Right. So what you do, the first move you'll do...
Bow to him, Rob, for God's sake, or he'll kill you.
Not Then you come here.
Brian!
You take a lapel like this.
Yeah.
You will take a lapel like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Right foot forward like this.
Yeah. Don't you dare.
And then you get like that, and then you sort of lean on, and then you...
Sorry, Rob. So they just said in my ear, "Are you OK, Rob?" I'm a BAFTA-nominated actor. So, we need an answer. David's team. Is Charlotte Joe's soothing stranger, Moira's mimicking mate, or Lee's martial arts master?
Well, let's just get Lee out of the way. I mean, it's just
Oi,
silly.
oi, come over here and say that.
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem very plausible, but that was a good move.
Well, he goes over easy, though, doesn't he? I think it's Moira. I think Joe, he's an odd mark, but I don't know. What do you think,
John? I think it's Moira.
Yeah.
I think we think it's Moira. I think on the basis that Lee has shown himself able to push Rob over, and that's not nothing. At the same time, it's not much. Whoa, hang on a minute. Just the rapping thing, that's just so confusing as a thing that I think I'm going to pretend I've never heard it. So,
you're going for
Team's
Moira.
Happy, we'll go for Moira.
The impersonation, the first bit of the news.
Exactly.
OK. Charlotte, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Charlotte, and Joe watches my videos to relax on an evening.
Thank you very much, Charlotte.
Thank you.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Andy. So, let's start with Kirsty. What is Andy to you?
This is Andy. He played a handbag snatcher in a Crime Watch reconstruction. And we only got 9 calls, but every single one of those 9 calls said that Andy was actually the bag snatcher.
Greg, what is Andy to you?
This is Andy. I beat him in a speed eating competition where I ate more than 1 kilo of ribs.
All right, David, what's your relationship with Andy?
This is Andy. Last year, he gave me a surfing lesson, and he told me that he'd never seen a novice display such natural ability amongst the waves.
So there we have it. Kirsty's Crime Watch culprit, Greg's rib-eating rival, or David's complimentary surf coach. Lee, where do you want to start?
Definitely with David. Could you just show us the basic move? Because I had a surfing lesson once, and the first thing you learn is to go from lying to standing. Could you show us that move?
The lying to standing move.
You heard it.
I can't really remember it. It was only 1 lesson.
Where did you go for a surf?
Near Newquay, in
Cornwall.
So I'm not letting it go. Would you demonstrate the movement from... this should be interesting.
Yeah, well...
So you're lying on the board. I'm helping you as much as I can.
Lying on the board.
And watch the movement, ladies and watch as he gets to the stand.
I'm sort of paddling along.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get up to your knees first.
Oh, do you?
And then... So I'm not on my knees now. I'm still a bit shaky, though.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a beginner, basically.
But you're a natural.
Already I'm showing promise. See, I haven't fallen in.
You've not.
And then...
You're the only person I know that actually, when they were doing it, were dressed like that.
Yeah.
So you're on your knees.
Yeah, and then I stand up on it.
Do it.
All right. Can I use
that was the...
What I did that not everyone can do is actually leant on a wave. Because you can. You know, if you hit water at enough speed, it's like concrete. And similarly, for me, it's just there you go. And then I thought I'm surfing that way. But then, if you want to turn round, you just move the tiller and.
Why were you down there, and why had you decided? You don't strike me as a man of the sea.
It was a stag do. A friend of mine was getting married.
I know what stag do's are.
In the run-up, he decided it was a weekend in Cornwall.
Who was the friend?
His name was Robbie.
David, what size was the board?
What size is the board?
Yeah.
That's him giving him time to think, the reiteration of the
what
question.
size? The board size?
What size is the board? The board of the side.
You want me to tell you the board size?
Yes.
Normal.
Normal size?
Normal.
What size is a normal size board?
How long is this? Well, this surfboard was 6 feet long.
6 feet?
6 feet. Could have been less,
Very
could have been
short
more.
surfboard.
10 foot would have been believable. 6 foot is not believable.
6 foot, yeah, but he's quite a maverick.
To be honest, I didn't
surf.
Measure it.
One final question. What else did you and the guys get up to on the stag weekend, David?
We had a curry.
Rock and roll.
Cornish curry.
If you go to the seaside, you're not having a curry, you're having fish and chips, don't you? And what sort of stag goes all the way to a Newquay and say, well, I really fancy now some naan bread?
I must say, if that's the part that you think is the chink in my armour, that stag do wouldn't have a curry on the seaside, then I reckon I'm doing all right.
Right, Lee, who's next?
OK, Kirsty.
Yes.
Just remind me again of your thing.
This is Andy, and in a Crime Watch reconstruction, he played a bag snatcher, and we only got 9 calls on the particular reconstruction, and every single one of them actually named Andy as the real bag snatcher.
He was representing the criminal, yeah? And
the bag snatcher.
The bag snatcher. How much money was in the bag?
Well, that was the reason, because we wouldn't normally have something like a bag snatching on Crime Watch, because although it's used for the person it's happened to, it's not.
But is this where you're going to pretend it was more
serious?
serious? She wouldn't let go of the bag, so it ended up as kidnap.
No. No, you shouldn't make light of it, Lee. It's crime.
So Andy would be then an actor, would he?
Yeah, Andy was an actor.
Well, why did the 9 people bother to ring up and say, my friend Andy the actor is playing...
No, they were people who had actually witnessed the crime, who phoned us and said, that is the actual guy. He looked so like the person who perpetrated the crime.
So you're telling me that people rang up the BBC and said, I think I know who did it. It's the person I've just seen doing it in the reconstruction.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What are you talking about?
Just to be clear, Crime Watch has been going it'll be 25 years next year. This has never happened before.
You don't say. I would go as far to say it's never happened at all.
Was Andy subsequently arrested?
Andy wasn't arrested.
He wasn't arrested?
No.
He wasn't arrested, he's an actor! Of course he wasn't arrested!
Get him now!
Yes, get him quick!
Right, what about Greg and his
You think
story?
Greg did it? He would have got away.
He would.
So go on, Greg, remind us of your thing.
This is Andy, and I beat him in a speed eating contest where I ate over a kilo of ribs.
Where was this?
At a training camp. Andy's an athlete.
What's his event?
The 110-metre hurdle, so it's over 10
He
hurdles.
runs over 110-metre hurdles. Wow,
Well,
does he use a ladder?
If you're wondering what a kilo of ribs looks like, I'm your man, because look at these here, you see. Here we go.
Ooh. So that's a kilo of ribs.
Smells. So that is a kilo of ribs. How long did it take you to eat this much ribs?
I think, if I remember correctly, about 6 minutes.
6 minutes to eat all that?
6 minutes?
Yeah.
But how did you know whether you'd finished them or not?
They weren't there anymore.
Let's do it logically.
OK, so let's
assume there is 60 bits on the racks.
Yeah?
And you've eaten them all in 6 minutes, which works out as 6 seconds a thingy bob. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's doable.
I think that
Right. We need an answer. So, Lee's team is Andy, Kirsty's Crime Watch culprit, Greg's rib-eating rival, or David's complimentary surf coat.
Andy does look like an athlete.
He does. He definitely.
He really does
yeah, but
look like
he also looks a bit like a surfing dude, and dare I say, a minor criminal.
I think it's Greg.
OK. You think it's Greg?
I don't think it's Kirsty. I think it's more likely Greg.
I have 2 Gregs, so I will make that 3 Gregs. 3 Gregs,
OK,
please.
saying it's Greg. Andy, please reveal your true identity.
So my name is Andy, and Greg did once beat me to eating a kilo of ribs.
It's not just any Andy. This is Andy Turner, who is indeed European and Commonwealth hurdling champion. Big thanks to Andy Turner, ladies and gentlemen.
I worked as a podium dancer at the Ministry of Sound.
You were a podium dancer at where, sorry?
Yeah. At the Ministry of Sound.
And what does that involve? I don't say just dancing. I mean, what did you have to wear, for example?
Usually we'd get a phone call and they'd let us know if there was any colour theme. And then at certain points in the evening, they would just gather up those of us who were employed to do it and put us on a podium to get the crowd going.
And what sort of tunes were you dancing to?
This was early 90s, so, you know, early 90s house music.
Like what? Name one.
Hello.
I
can't help you here.
I think the nature of that kind of music was that they were relatively indistinct tunes designed to create an atmosphere across the entire evening.
Well, that's a stroke
but
of luck,
isn't it? You know...
Well, there is an easy way to tell if he's telling the truth, which is, would you like to show us?
Not particularly.
Well, come on.
That's what I'm doing. I'm now a sort of moderately plump man in my mid-30s. It doesn't have quite the same impact.
Oh, come on, what do you mean, moderately?
Where did they find you?
Their own people just sort of talent spotted me.
They talent scouted you?
Yeah.
Marcus, it was a part-time job. Now, what else were you doing? What other jobs were you doing at the time?
I was working on an oil rig.
OK.
I worked for 9 months on an oil rig, doing 4 weeks on, and in the 2 weeks off, I would go and do.
This is like your own private flash dance.
It's in that area. Yeah.
What were you doing on the?
You were welding, and then you were dancing. Flash dance is based on your life.
What did your oil rig friend people? Did you tell them what you were doing part time?
Yeah, I used to practice on the rig.
You did not.
An oil rig is just a massive podium.
Lee, what are you going to say? What do you think? Is he telling the truth?
It's got a lot of YMCA qualities, this. Come on, boys.
Not only do I think this is true, I think this is the most dignified and wonderful way for Marcus to come out on television.
It's so stupid, in a way, and unbelievable, that it could be true as a double bluff. Well, no, a lie as a double bluff, and he's made it mad, and he's thrown the oil rig thing in, which might be true, to go with the lie.
Can I just say,
it's a lie.
Of the 3 series we've done so far, I've never asked someone, and at the end of it, had less information than when I...
That's why you're the team captain, and I'm on the end now, getting quicked again by you both. You're like Radio 4 panel show bullies. So, I would say...
Radio 4? I've never been so happy in all my life. Do you really think that, Terence?
Yes. I'm telling you that he's lying.
Did you not see the dance move? Did you not see his crazy...
I was going to say, I didn't believe any of this, but I think Jimmy's probably... that was a move, wasn't it?
So what are you going to go for, Lee?
We'll say it's true.
OK. Marcus, is it truth or is it a lie?
It is, in fact, true.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, John. Right, Miles, first of all, what is John to you?
John and I were paid to fight together in a supermarket
dressed as gladiators.
Kate, how do you know John?
This is John, and when I was in Africa, he and I dressed up in a pantomime giraffe costume in order to get close-up shots of giraffes in the wild.
Lee, what is your relationship with John?
This is John. Despite being total strangers, we were once forced to share a bed when we were double-booked into the same hotel room.
David, where do you want to start?
Well, maybe with Kate, because what I'm reluctant to believe is that the best way of lulling giraffes into a false sense of security is to try and disguise yourself as a giraffe, because I reckon a giraffe, it takes one to know one.
He thought that if we dressed up as a giraffe, then he could put the camera on a kind of periscope thing up the neck of the giraffe and get that evening shot of the giraffes against the sunset. Yeah. Now, you said very astutely that it takes a giraffe to know a giraffe.
Yeah.
If we tried to do this in daylight, it would have failed completely, because giraffes have extremely good day vision, but their night vision isn't very good, and that's why we decided to try it.
Why is it then necessary to disguise as a giraffe at all? Why not just take a stepladder?
They are not completely blind. They're just not necessarily going to worry too much about whether you're made out of polyester or real fur.
Do you just show us how you did this?
How it worked.
How it worked.
Would you like me to do that with John?
Lee would be the perfect partner for this.
Lee, if you come...
He has a look of the wild about him.
Here.
Kate's going to demonstrate the whole giraffe doppelganger with you, Lee.
So you are in the front, OK? You need to stand about there. And actually, could you three stand up and all just be giraffes in the wild with the sun behind you?
Yes. Okay. Do you ever get the feeling she's mocking us?
Okay, so you've got this big giraffe costume on, and it's got a kind of pole up the back as its spine. Right. You have got a camera on a pole poking out of the mouth of the giraffe, right towards them, OK? Right. I am behind you.
Kate, at what point do you say action?
I've got the laptop here.
Right.
So I'm checking the focus and saying to John, OK, you're nicely framed up. That's looking lovely. There was a
By the way, I'm a meerkat.
Excellent. You're doing a very good job. No.
All right, well, I think that's made it a lot clearer. Let's say thank you to our giraffes. And most of all, a big round of applause for our meerkat. Right. Who would you like to question next?
Yes, Miles. You had to dress up as a
gladiator.
A gladiator?
Yeah.
As in a Roman gladiator, or as in from the TV show Gladiators?
Roman gladiator.
So the sort of sword and sandals?
Yeah, breastplates.
What sort of gladiator were you?
We each had a sword and a shield, and we did battle.
And this was in a supermarket?
Yes.
Were you employed, or was this just...
We were in...
Or a distraction technique, so that someone else could steal biscuits.
Cakes.
We were promoting a range of foods.
fresh lion meat, you know, the usual.
We were promoting a range of foods, the Viva Italia delicatessen range. I don't know if you remember when Safeways rolled that out. We would have this fight, and then one of us would die, or be beaten, be vanquished, and the other one would say, "Oh, how did you get the strength to beat me?" And you'd say, "From aisle 7, where I've been feasting on the Viva Italia delicatessen range."
What about Lee? Lee, remind us, what is your link to John? I've forgotten.
This is John.
Yes.
And we were once forced to share a hotel room together, or share a bed in a hotel room, because we'd been double booked.
So, where was the hotel, Lee?
The hotel was in Scotland.
OK. Do you want to be more specific than that?
OK. It was right in Scotland.
OK. Be more specific?
More specific?
Yeah.
I was at Alaska.
OK. Oh, yeah, fine. I believe you. What were you doing?
I was at a wedding.
Yeah, when was this wedding?
9 years ago.
You came back from the wedding, so
I came back from the wedding.
Got to the hotel.
I had a bit too much to drink.
Right.
I go to reception. I say hello. I'm. Well, I'd have to say. And
9 years ago. Yes, you.
But so I told them who I was. She leans round. She gives me the key. I go upstairs. No lift.
Right. She doesn't in any way go, by the way, there is a large man already in this room.
No, obviously, she wasn't aware of the mix-up. Otherwise, she would have stopped me, wouldn't she? She didn't... As I walked off, she didn't go... What? Nothing. You'll see.
So what happened? You were given the key by reception and then opened the door and he was in there?
Correct.
At which point you said...
I was a bit drunk. So I just assumed that there'd been a mix-up, wrong key, I was in the wrong room, so I just went, oh, sorry. And he went, and I sort of...
He said what?
He went, oh, sorry. You don't mock him, wait till he opens his mouth in a minute. Rob says, come on, who are you? He goes,
Then you go back down to reception to say...
I said, you've given me the wrong key.
Yeah. Then she said, sorry, there's been a mix-up.
And she said...
You're going to have to go back in there.
I was in the right room, he was in the wrong room, but he checked in earlier on. So it wasn't her mistake, it was a mistake early on by somebody else.
Why didn't you investigate the possibility of sharing with the person in the other room?
Oh, yeah. What I did was I went round all the rooms... I don't think so, do you? You're looking nice, soldier.
When the two of you realised that you were going to have to share a bed together, did you have a kind of a negotiation?
I have never been to bed with anyone where negotiations have been involved. That's not completely true. But,
no, what I mean is, did you say, for example, I like to sleep on this side of the bed? I'm happiest on the right-hand side?
Before we even got to that point, we both tried to not sleep in the same bed. I didn't just go, what the hell are you doing? I'm going to sleep on the left and you can sleep on the right, didn't I?
Right, so we need an answer. What do you think?
I really don't know. Whatever we say, if we get it wrong, we'll look like we've believed something ridiculous. I don't believe that the best way of photographing giraffes at sunset is to disguise yourself as a giraffe. Just two actors fighting in a supermarket. But why? If you're pushing a range of sort of Italian delicatessen foods, are you going to imply that they give you gladiatorial strength?
Well, it's straight to kill somebody.
That's not what people are looking for in that kind of, in a nice bit of pastrami. But will it be able to give me the strength to murder?
And also, don't you think that John looks like the kind of bloke you would bump into at a Scottish wedding?
See, I know it sounds weird. I kind of believe Kate's version more. Yeah.
You think Lee? I think Lee. But what if it's Miles then? Then that's awful. It's Miles then. We're going to say Lee.
You're going to say Lee, the wedding, the bed, the night together. Yes. So, John, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm John, and I was once paid to fight Miles in a supermarket.
Yeah, John and Miles were paid to fight each other in a supermarket while dressed as gladiators.
This is a horrible, stupid game.
Thank you very much, John. Thank you.